And so I believe that if you start looking at how we respond to these things, then I think cops will then start understanding the consequences of their actions.
Willie D. Live
will be dire. And I think we've seen that over the last few years. It ain't been a lot, but only a few. You know, we finally saw Derek Chauvin be prosecuted. We saw the lady cop out of Dallas who walked into the brother's apartment and shot him. We've seen scenarios and situations where we are finally starting to prosecute these cops, because we need to start saying, this may not be the job for you then. You know, if you don't have the right temperament, this may not be the job for you. You're probably going to need to find a new line of work. But is it turning fast enough? I don't think so. But I believe that if we took away qualified immunity, that would hold cops accountable, that would make sure that you just don't have a get out of jail free pass, or, you know, I think you will see police officers change their positions if cities start to be more financially liable. You'll start to see cops.
If the cops became more financially liable.
I agree with that too.
Because they
need to have their own insurance.
Exactly. Just like we have our own insurance. Mm-hmm. Like if I go out and harm somebody on the job or whatever, they come to my concert and somebody get hurt, they might sue me too.
That's right.
Anybody can get sued.
That's right.
But they can't be sued. It's like, it's time for them to end this whole thing about, you know, we employ them. You know, obviously this is a situation where the employee got all the damn power. Like, you know, people love to say, well, you know, they work for us, you work for us. Man, when last time you know an employee talked to his boss the way the police talk to citizens, you know?
Right.
Like, something there absolutely needs to change. Let's go back to when you had your personal encounter with the police and they stopped you. What was that situation like when you were, what was that, 2010? When was that?
Mm-hmm.
That was 2010, yeah. So they pull you over. And they ended up, why did they let you go? Besides the fact that you was an innocent man, why did they let you go without putting hands on you?
Well, they didn't say they didn't put hands on me. I was handcuffed and thrown in the backseat of a car. I didn't get beat up.
But they roughed you up.
You know, them handcuffs. My hand was numb for about a week. I'm not gonna say I got hit, you know, anything like that. I was threatened. Let's go all the way back. My office is in Fifth Ward in Frenchtown, right off of Liberty Road. I had been getting on the police chief because coming over that bridge from Lyons to Liberty, there's a bridge. At the bottom of that bridge, cops were always sitting there. And I know this because my youth center is there, and I used to drive my van every day, and the cops would be there. And I would always think, this is so disingenuous. You got crack house, gangs, prostitute, you got all this violence going on, and y'all are stopping people who are going 40 and a 35. Like, come on, man. Number one, I realized you're constantly criminalizing Johnny Q. Citizen. Number two, you're killing our economic market. Nobody wants to come over here. Every time you drive over here, it's like, oh my God, they go, you know, I don't want to go buy no gas. I don't want to go to the restaurant. I don't want to go do any of that. But I was giving the police and the chief a hard time about that because I just thought it was wrong. And so we were going back and forth. My alarm goes off in my building. It's 8 o'clock at night. My alarm goes off in my building. I'm driving. 8 o'clock at night, I'm coming off the hill. And I hit Liberty Road. Cop throw his lights on me. I travel 2 blocks. 2. And I turn on Staple Street and travel 100 yards and pull into my building. A total of 47 seconds. From the time he turned his lights on to the time I pulled in my driveway.
What did you say, you was fleeing?
Yeah. They said I was, and I was, and so finally, after They come. I explain to the officer, you hear all those police? That's for you because you were. I said, sir, I was not. I literally pulled into my building where I thought it was safe. Here are the lights. I know my building. And on top of that, sir, my alarm is going off. You can hear it. You can literally hear my alarm going off right now, sir. I'm coming here for that. He wasn't hearing that. And man, cops came out of nowhere. It was about 12 police cops show up. Okay. So he lets me out of the car. I said, sir, I'm not trying to pull no, I'm not doing, I'm City Council Member Jarvis Johnson. I know who you are. I've seen you before. Okay. All right. Well, you need to come. I said, sir, go ahead and call your sergeant. Let's get this handled. And so I'm standing there. Another cop comes over and he says, put your hands behind your back. I said, sir, I just talked to him. We're good. Just wait. He said, put your hands. I said, sir, I'm talking to him. And he pulls out his stick, hits it on the ground. Put your hands. Cool. Put my hands behind my back. Then they put me in the car. Long story short, sergeant comes and they said, we're going to go ahead and arrest you for felony evading arrest. And I said, you're arresting me for felony evading arrest. Now let's get this straight. What am I evading, sir? Do you think that I am inebriated? No, sir. Do I have warrants for my arrest? No, sir. Do I have any weapons? Did you see me break any laws? No, sir. So what am I evading, sir? But you're still going to take. He said, well, according to the DA, you could have pulled over here, here, and here. I said, sir.
They got on the phone with the DA that fast?
Oh, yeah. But here's the funny thing, Willie. Here's the funny thing. Within 4 minutes of me being pulled over, gotten out the car, TV station was there.
Oh, they was already. Okay,
TV station was there.
Was playing.
Camera. So when I got put in the back of the car, here go the TV station, right there. Jarvis Johnson being arrested.
Which station?
Don't worry about all that. It was 26.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 26. I ain't gonna not say it just because. Right. But I ain't gonna. You know, I'm not holding them, making them they did something wrong. I mean, I'm sure they wanting to sell stories just like everybody else. It was a great story.
Yeah.
A great story. But again, that it happens.